I primed this whole roof, but in these sections, I just hit the Bondo spots instead of this whole panel. The roof is in really bad shape, which is why I'm just doing the whole thing. But normally when I'm priming, I'll hit my Bondo first, because what's going to happen is you hit this Bondo with primer, and the activation of the primer is going to pull in this Bondo. So it's going to be lower wherever your Bondo is. Like literally no matter what, I do this whole panel, that section is going to pull in with the Bondo and be lower. So I like to hit it first to get a mill layer built up for the Bondo itself. Then once I have that mill layer built up, I'll come back and I'm going to hit this whole panel. I mean, you're flooding it. You don't want to just spray it to the point of a river being created, but it's low pressure. You just want a thick build up. I prime with a 1.4 tip. Most people do like a 1.7, but I can actually show you what I'm talking about here. You can see the outlines of where my Bondo was. All right, so that's already pulling in, and that's what I'm talking about. The Bondo is going to pull in and make an uneven layer of primer. Your Bondo is already activated, but even though that is, once you prime it, that primer activator is also going to reactivate and shrink. And then when you seal, your sealer is going to activate and shrink as well. So you got to make sure your stuff's really, really lined out. The smoother you go with your Bondo finish, the less sand scratches you're going to have show up in the future. What I'm looking for here, I want this shininess to kind of go away. I want this primer to dull out before I start adding another layer. The only reason I do that is I feel like the primer activates a lot better if you let every layer do its flash instead of just flooding it all on at once. When you do that, you're going to get a cap on top and everything underneath is not going to be cured, which is also going to lead to massive sand scratches showing up. So I do all my Bondo work with 80 grit. I do a finish 180 after everything's done, and then I do a soft sand 320. Really gets it down to a nice smooth layer before you prime. And even with that, stuff still shows back up. So, you know, it's all an art. You don't have to have the nicest gun. You don't have to have the biggest air compressor. I mean, this is like a $300 air compressor from Harbor Freight. So I can tell the difference in being here and being at work. Where work I have a commercial grade air compressor and all the nicest guns and everything, but it works. You don't have to have the best stuff on earth, man.